Do you ever finish a meal? Maybe something you've always enjoyed, and suddenly feel a nagging discomfort? Perhaps a surprising bloat, or a rumble that just doesn't feel right, leaving you wondering if it was something you ate. It's a common experience, isn't it? 1 minute you're enjoying a lovely dinner, the next you're feeling sluggish, gassy, or just generally out of sorts. It's almost as if your digestive system, which used to handle anything you threw at it, has started to become a bit particular. This isn't just an occasional inconvenience for many of us after 60. It can become a daily challenge, quietly undermining our energy, our comfort, and even our enjoyment of life's simple pleasures. We often blame it on getting older, but what if I told you that some of the foods we regularly eat, perhaps even consider harmless, are actually the quiet culprits, gently, subtly, causing these issues behind the scenes in this video? We're going to uncover 5 common foods that might be doing just that, impacting your digestion without you even realizing it. Understanding these can make a world of difference to how you feel every single day. And make sure you stay with me until the very end, because I've got a surprising insight that could truly transform how you feel, more than any single food swap. Let's dive right in with the first food culprit that often flies under the radar for many of us: traditional dairy products. Now, for years, we've been told that milk, cheese, and yogurt are cornerstones of a healthy diet, vital for strong bones. And in our younger years, that was largely true. But as we age, something fundamental changes in our bodies: the production of an enzyme called lactase. Lactase is what our bodies use to break down lactose, the natural sugar found in milk. Think of it like a little key that unlocks the lactose so your body can absorb it properly. As we get older, particularly after 60, many of us produce less and less of this crucial enzyme. Without enough lactase, that lactose doesn't get broken down in the small intestine. Instead, it travels further down into the large intestine, where it becomes a feast for the bacteria living there. And when these bacteria feast on lactose, they produce gas, leading to that uncomfortable bloating, cramping, and even diarrhea for some. It's not a food allergy, but rather an intolerance, and it's far more common than you might think, quietly affecting millions of us. You might be having your cereal with milk every morning, or enjoying a creamy sauce with your pasta, and then spend the rest of the day feeling bloated and gassy, without ever connecting it back to that seemingly innocent glass of milk. The good news is, you don't have to give up all your favorite creamy textures. There are fantastic lactose-free milk options available now, which have the lactase already added to them, doing the work your body might no longer be doing efficiently. You could also explore plant-based alternatives like almond milk, oat milk, or soy milk, which have come a long way in terms of taste and texture. And interestingly, some dairy products like hard cheeses like cheddar or Swiss, and even yogurt with live active cultures often contain very little lactose, or the bacteria in the yogurt have already broken down much of it, making them much easier to digest for many people. The key is to listen to your body. If you notice symptoms after consuming traditional dairy, try a 2-week experiment with lactose-free alternatives or plant-based milks and see how you feel. You might be amazed at the difference it makes to your daily comfort. Now, let's move on to our second quiet saboteur: highly processed refined grains and sugars. We're talking about things like white bread, pastries, most breakfast cereals, crackers, and really, anything that comes in a box or a bag that's been stripped of its natural goodness and then loaded with added sugars, unhealthy fats, and often artificial ingredients. Think about how a beautiful, wholesome grain of wheat is transformed into a fluffy white loaf of bread. The outer layers, the bran and the germ, which contain all the fiber, vitamins, and minerals, are removed. What's left is mostly the starchy endosperm. While this makes the bread light and gives it a longer shelf life, it strips away the very components that are essential for healthy digestion. Fiber acts like a broom for your digestive system, helping to move food along smoothly. preventing constipation, and feeding the beneficial bacteria in your gut. Without it, things can slow down, leading to stagnation and discomfort. But it's not just the lack of fiber. The added sugars in these processed foods can also wreak havoc. Our gut is home to trillions of bacteria, a complex ecosystem known as the gut microbiome. When we consume excessive amounts of sugar, we can inadvertently feed the bad bacteria, allowing them to overgrow and crowd out the good ones. This imbalance, called dysbiosis, can lead to inflammation, gas, bloating, and even impact our immune system and mood. Imagine trying to run a marathon on a diet of highly processed snacks. Your body just wouldn't have the sustained energy or the right fuel. The same applies to your digestive system. It needs whole, nutrient-dense foods to function optimally. So, what can you do? It's about making conscious swaps. Instead of white bread, choose whole grain options. Look for labels that say 100% whole wheat or 100% whole grain. Swap out sugary cereals for oatmeal, which is rich in soluble fiber. Reach for an apple or a handful of berries when you crave something sweet, instead of a cookie or a pastry. These simple changes might seem small, but collectively, they can provide your digestive system with the fiber it craves and help cultivate a healthier, happier gut microbiome, leading to a much more comfortable you. Now that we've shed some light on dairy and those sneaky refined grains, let's turn our attention to some other common culprits you might not even suspect. Moving on from those, the third food group we need to talk about might surprise you because it's often marketed as healthy or guilt-free artificial sweeteners and sugar alcohols. Think about those sugar-free candies, diet sodas, or certain protein bars. They often contain sweeteners like sucralose, aspartame, saccharin, or sugar alcohols like xylitol, sorbitol, and maltitol. The idea behind them is to give you sweetness without the calories or the blood sugar spike of regular sugar. And for some people, especially in small amounts, they don't cause major issues. However, for a significant portion of the population, particularly as we age and our digestive systems become more sensitive, these can be a real source of distress. Here's why many artificial sweeteners, and especially sugar alcohols, are not fully absorbed in the small intestine. Similar to lactose for those who are intolerant, they pass into the large intestine where they become food for gut bacteria. Just like with lactose, when these bacteria ferment these compounds, they produce a significant amount of gas. This can lead to uncomfortable bloating, painful cramping, and for some, even a laxative effect, causing diarrhea. You might be diligently choosing diet drinks over regular ones, or opting for sugar-free desserts, thinking you're making a healthier choice, only to find yourself feeling bloated and gassy afterward. It's a classic case of what seems healthy on the surface actually causing quiet havoc beneath. The solution here isn't to necessarily go back to regular sugar, but rather to reassess your overall intake of highly sweet things. Can you enjoy the natural sweetness of fruit? Can you reduce the amount of sweetener you add to your coffee or tea gradually? Or if you must use a sweetener, perhaps a tiny bit of natural honey or maple syrup is a better choice in very small amounts, as your body is designed to process these. Reading food labels carefully is key. Look for those sugar-free claims, and then scan the ingredient list for words ending in "fol," like sorbitol or xylitol, or names like sucralose. Being aware of these hidden ingredients can help you avoid a lot of digestive discomfort. Our fourth quiet digestive culprit is one that can be a real paradox: certain fibrous vegetables and legumes, especially if they're not prepared or consumed mindfully. Now, I know what you're thinking. Vegetables and beans are supposed to be good for us, and they absolutely are, packed with fiber, vitamins, and minerals. But for some individuals, particularly as we get older and our digestive systems become more sensitive, or our gut microbiomes shift, certain types can cause significant gas and bloating. We're talking about foods like broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, and certain types of beans and lentils. These foods contain complex carbohydrates and fibers that are often difficult for our digestive enzymes to break down fully in the small intestine. Again, when these undigested compounds reach the large intestine, our friendly gut bacteria get to work fermenting them. And the byproduct of that fermentation is gas, while a certain amount of gas production is normal. For some, it can become excessive and lead to real discomfort, making you feel like a balloon after a meal. The good news is that you don't have to banish these super healthy foods from your diet. It's all about how you prepare and consume them. For beans and lentils, thorough soaking before cooking can make a huge difference. Soaking helps to break down some of the complex sugars that cause gas. Rinsing canned beans thoroughly before use is also a good trick. For vegetables like broccoli or cabbage, cooking them well, steaming, boiling, or roasting them until they are tender can make them much easier to digest than eating them raw or slightly cooked. Starting with small portions and gradually increasing them as your body adjusts can also help. And remember, chewing your food thoroughly is incredibly important. The more you break down food in your mouth, the less work your stomach and intestines have to do. Think about taking smaller bites and really savoring each mouthful. It might seem like a simple suggestion, but it can significantly impact how well these healthy, fibrous foods are processed by your digestive system, allowing you to reap their benefits without the uncomfortable side effects. Finally, let's talk about our fifth quiet digestive offender: deep-fried foods and excessively fatty meals. This might seem obvious to some, but it's a category we often indulge in, perhaps when dining out or for a comfort meal, without fully appreciating the digestive burden it places on our bodies. Especially as we age, when we eat something deep-fried, like classic fish and chips, or a rich, creamy, high-fat casserole, our digestive system has to work incredibly hard to break down all that fat. Our liver produces bile, and our pancreas produces enzymes, all dedicated to processing fats. As we get older, the efficiency of these processes can slow down. What happens then? Fats take a much longer time to digest and empty from the stomach. This slow gastric emptying can lead to a feeling of fullness, nausea, and that classic heartburn or acid reflux. For some, the undigested fat can even pass into the intestines, causing cramping or a rush to the bathroom. It's like asking a gentle stream to handle a raging river. It just gets overwhelmed. You might be enjoying that crispy fried chicken or a rich, cheesy dish, and then for hours afterward, you're experiencing that heavy, sluggish feeling, perhaps with a burning sensation in your chest. The key here isn't to eliminate all fats, as healthy fats are vital for brain health, hormone production, and nutrient absorption. It's about moderation and choosing healthier cooking methods instead of deep frying. Opt for baking, grilling, roasting, or steaming your foods. Use healthier fats like olive oil or avocado oil in moderation when cooking. If you're craving something rich, try to balance it with plenty of easily digestible vegetables and a smaller portion of the fatty item. Think about preparing meals that incorporate healthy fats in a way that doesn't overwhelm your system, like sliced avocado on a salad or a drizzle of olive oil over roasted vegetables. These simple shifts can significantly reduce the strain on your digestive system, allowing you to enjoy your meals without the lingering discomfort. Next, we'll dive into how all these pieces fit together and a surprising element that can truly transform your digestive health. So, we've covered 5 common foods that can quietly disrupt your digestion after 60 traditional dairy, highly processed refined grains and sugars, artificial sweeteners and sugar alcohols, certain fibrous vegetables and legumes, and deep-fried or excessively fatty meals. It's not about strict elimination for everyone, but rather becoming aware of how these foods might be interacting with your unique digestive system as it changes with age. You see, the wonderful thing about our bodies is their incredible capacity to heal and adapt, and you have so much power to influence how you feel every day. Remember, Small changes can make a big difference to your health and happiness. Now, for that surprising insight I promised you at the beginning, the one that can truly transform how you feel. It's not just about what you eat, but how you eat, and the often overlooked role of your brain and stress. Many of us, after years of busy lives, have developed a habit of eating quickly, on the go, or while distracted. But mindful eating, slowing down, truly savoring each bite, chewing thoroughly until your food is almost liquid before swallowing, is one of the most powerful and often overlooked tools for improving digestion. Your digestive process actually begins in your brain, with the sight and smell of food triggering digestive juices. When you rush or eat while stressed, your body is in a fight or flight mode, which diverts energy away from digestion. Taking a few deep breaths before you eat, focusing on the flavors and textures, and chewing each mouthful 20-30 times gives your stomach a massive head start and reduces the burden on the rest of your digestive tract. It's a free, simple habit that can dramatically improve how you process everything you eat, even foods that might otherwise cause mild discomfort. Another surprising piece of the puzzle is the gut-brain connection. Our digestive system is often called our second brain because of the vast network of nerves that connect it to our actual brain. Stress, anxiety, and even unresolved emotional issues can directly impact your digestion, leading to symptoms like bloating, constipation, or diarrhea, regardless of what you've eaten. Learning to manage stress through practices like gentle walking, meditation, hobbies you love, or simply spending time with loved ones can have a profound positive effect on your digestive comfort. It's a holistic approach, recognizing that your physical well-being is deeply intertwined with your mental and emotional state. Finally, the truly transformative power lies in becoming a detective of your own body. What bothers one person might be perfectly fine for another. Keeping a simple food and symptom journal for a week or two can be incredibly illuminating. Just note down what you eat and drink, and how you feel afterward. Any gas, bloat, discomfort, or energy changes. You might uncover your very own unique triggers that we haven't even mentioned here. This personal observation is often the most surprising and effective tool you have. You have the power to feel better, more comfortable, and more energetic every single day. It's about cultivating awareness, making informed choices, and nurturing your body with kindness. This isn't about deprivation. It's about empowerment. It's about giving your incredible digestive system the support it deserves so you can enjoy your meals, your activities, and your life to the fullest. We'd love to hear from you. Have you noticed any of these foods affecting your digestion? What changes have made the biggest difference for your digestive comfort? Please share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your insights could be incredibly helpful to others in our community. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps our channel reach more wonderful people like you who are looking for practical ways to improve their health. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video packed with tips for living your best life. Remember, every day is a chance to make choices that nourish your body and spirit. Live your best life at every age, feeling comfortable and vibrant.